Like,
No. Your question has to be about the Catholic faith.
Oh,
The Catholic Church, the Catholic faith, any yeah.
you got this right.
Yeah, it's out. Of course, it's out. It's out. Yeah, but you bet it's out. You bet it's out.
Yeah. What is your favorite saint?
That's great. Valid. Yep. Next.
I think that's a question directly for you. That's not a theological question or anything. Special question directed for you. Who is Deacon Stephen' favorite saint?
That's a hard one.
I was asked this question not long ago. I was like,
Wow.
how many saints are there in the Catholic Church? Are you asking me to choose between all those great people who have lived like amazing lives, who are all friends with God, with Jesus, that are all extremely good models, and some of them like give their life for God, like they're amazing models of for everything in like the whole life. You should be living like your life like a saint. You are called to be a saint, so we should all imitate them. But like choosing one out of the thousands.
Yeah. All right. So I'll give a. I'll probably have to cut at some point because my long delays here. All right. I'm gonna give like a fake answer, and then a real answer, and then a caveat. So okay, fake answer, which I feel like it's cheating a little bit.
I know where you're
Mary,
going.
because Mary is the Queen of the Saints and the par exemplar. So I mean, like, how do you not pick mom? So I'm gonna go with Mary because I mean, like, everything about
Like,
Mary
come
is
on.
amazing.
Like, yeah.
And she is, the Queen of the Saints for a reason, and the Magnificat and everything in her life is so humbling and so holy and just. You could contemplate it forever and you wouldn't be enough. So. Mary.
Yeah.
But if you go ahead.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah. Like recently, I think it's in homily or something. I don't remember. Don't go that. You probably won't know at home, but see like how Lucifer was the highest being except God, right? Before he fell, but then afterwards, Mary took his place in heaven, and now Mary is the highest being, so highest creation of God except God himself.
Yeah.
Which is
The exalted was humbled,
Yeah.
and the humble was exalted. So Mary.
Mary,
But it
which
does
is
seem like a
cheating.
little bit of like,
yeah.
if you didn't say that, that's like the wrong answer. So we'll start there. So okay, if you exclude Mary, the Queen of the Saints and the Mother of our Lord, then I don't think there's any right answer. I think there's so many ones I could pick in any given day, but I guess I'm going to go with St. Francis of Assisi. I just think that his life is so Christ-like, and he modeled so many important things. And I will say, as a deacon, my deacon cohort took the name of St. Francis, and I think he's a very important saint for the modern age when we're so materialistic, and he was so against that in a world when our environment is being so kind of carelessly treated with this throwaway culture. He reminded us of our role of stewardship and the gift that creation is. His story about learning what it means to rebuild the church, thinking that's about like repairing the walls, but then it's actually about repairing the people, is really inspiring in a world when the role of catechist is so greatly needed, when people are so poorly catechized and so uncatechized. And I think he's a good saint for the new evangelization. We have so many Catholics that don't understand their faith at all, that don't appreciate their faith at all. So like the call, Francis, rebuild my church, like has never been more inspiring and important.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Okay.
by like there's so many other saints I could also give these great like odes to, but by just a little bit, and because of a soft spot in my heart, I'm gonna go with Francis.
Okay.
Saint
Yeah.
Francis.
My gosh. Okay. First, that was great. Like, there's so many parallel. His like he lived more than like hundreds of years ago, and he's still and like more than ever relevant today. And that's what I love about the saints is they're eternal. Like they're like no matter how far in time you are, their lives, their sacrifice, they can be a model in so many ways. And Saint Francis of Assisi is just like perfect example of this. It's amazing.
And there's so many cool stories about him. One of my favorite stories is, this is like a lesser known one about him, but I just like to tell this to everyone because there was a day where so someone wanted to honor St. Francis, and they it was a fisherman, and he said, St. Francis, I want to honor you. I'm going to get you a fish. So he brings St. Francis out in a boat, and of course St. Francis is like very simple. He loves creatures, and so this fisherman, catches a fish and says like, here you go, St. Francis. Gives it to Francis, and Francis goes, thank you so much. And then he kisses the fish and throws it back in the water. And to him, the gift was that he got to let the fish go. He had to give the fish back. And so I don't know, I think that's just awesome of like, so often, people give us stuff either like in actual material things or gestures where we're like, that's weird. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know that I want this thing. But he's just like, he receives it gratefully, but then also passes it on.
What was good with what he was given.
Does what he was called to do with the gift that's given. I don't know. I think that for whatever reason, like that's just a super hardcore story that I'm like, I think about when I get given something, I don't know what to do with it. I just like try to give it back to God.
Yeah, that's what we should do. Offer all our gifts to God. And that's what I think the saints really did perfectly, actually. Give all their selves or their lives to God.
But he received it. I think that's the other thing you think.
Yeah,
like
you need to receive in order to give.
Yeah, he didn't say to that person like, no, I don't want to fish. What are you doing? Don't you know I'm St. Francis? Like he said, thank you. And he accepts it. And then,
the fish and then
he gives it away, right? Like he accepts what the man has to give. And I think that so often if someone's like wants to give me something that I'm not prepared to receive, I just get really curt about it. Like, yeah, anyway.
So that was great. I feel like if you want to see, so
this is where Alejandro's going to cut. Okay, go ahead.
That's definitely going to the bloopers. Yeah, if we have one someday, they're just like stacking up right there. Maybe we have like 2 episodes worth of like bloopers now, but okay. Yeah, so basically what I was saying is, that was Saints, Lives, great. If you want to see us having like a mini series on Saints like lives and everything, let us know. Leave a comment, leave a like. Comment will be really appreciated. With like, hey, yeah, you could make a like. I would really enjoy watching a like mini series about Saints. Video should probably be a bit shorter, about 3 minutes, 5 minutes, so it's more engaging. A bit, just like this quick weekly information about about a saint. You learn about saints. Great for like, as we talked, great for just sometimes it's hard being Catholic, right? It just helps you in your daily life to drive to go forward, go towards Christ as they did throughout their lives.
Yeah.
So, are we going to the next question?
Yeah, just the final thing would be, what's your favorite saint? Put a comment and say what your favorite saint is and why. I'd be curious to know.